Hey guys, welcome back to another almost inevitable design tutorial. My name is still PK, and as you've noticed, Elegant Themes has just redesigned their website. It looks really nice, and this is the Divi page. Now this is the Divi page for the About Divi page for Divi. Now, if you I like the website, and it was fun looking through how they made everything. One thing that really stood out was this part, and it's really cool, right? So it has this mouse over thing where it opens up the other pages, the other layouts in the pack, right? So I thought that was really cool. However, this website is not made in Divi. The blog is WordPress, but this is not Divi. So I had to find a way to recreate this in Divi for you guys. And here's what I got. Like this. Yay! Right? Now, here it's a column of 3, which is cool. But if you look at how it reacts on the phone, how it responds on the phone, it's now in columns of 2, which I think is great. I think that's great. And not, like a single column stacked, because I don't like that. But in order to do this, you're going to have to break down everything, and it has to be in multiples of 2. And you can't do that with this. So I went with multiples of, I went with 4 column rows, because this, when it responds, can actually be 2 by 2. All right? Because, you can't, if you have 3, then you get 1 left over, and it just doesn't work. Okay? So that's what we're going to be doing. We're going to make a 4 column grid like this. All right? Now, before we get into it, just a couple of plugs. On my website, you can see there's a couple of courses, a few different courses. Now, some of them, I think these two, well, this package, I guess, Learn CSS and Make Divi More Responsive. These two are actually really important. I'm going to go through the curriculum in a bit, but actually, if you just take this course, you're actually going to be able to make everything on your own. And think about how much time you're going to be saving after, like, you search on Google and then come to a Facebook group, try to ask, and then sort it out with someone, and just, go back and forth. It just wastes so much time. If you knew how to do it yourself, you can just run with it. Anyways, so this is what we're going for, and I'll explain how this is made, and I'll explain how to edit this, okay? And I'll go through the code just a little bit as well. Now, this is what it looks like on the back end. I didn't add anything to this section because I thought it would be nice if you could just do this, right? So that means you can have more like this, right? I'll just show you what it looks like. If we have more, it'll just be more rows if it loads like that. Right? Yeah, look at that. So you can just do that, and I think that's fine and dandy, better than adding stuff to the section. So this starts on the row. So in the Advanced tab, just add the class AI triple overlap, and then underneath that, in each column, AI column overlap for each column that you're going to do this to. All right. Now, each column has separate images as modules, because that's the best we can do. There is no module in Divi that allows you to add 3 images easily, unless you actually just do it in a code module. But if you're going to be doing that, then might as well just write everything with advanced custom fields and all that. So why do this in the first place, right? So 3 modules. Now it starts with right, left, and then main. Now in the right image, there's one CSS class, image right. Next one is image left. Now normally you would name them left image and right image and then main image, but I don't do that because I actually code in SCSS, which is more widely known as Sass. And if I can find where to open, yeah, there we go. So this is how it's written. So image, and then you add suffixes. Right? Main, right, and left. That's why I add the stuff after that, right? And that's how you actually write in BEM as well. So you keep adding more to the end because it's easier. You get more descriptive on the end as opposed to in the front as a prefix because, yeah. So anyways, that's why it's written image right, image left, and image main. Now, why are they stacked like this with a right in front and left underneath that, and then main underneath all of that? Well, you would intuitively think because this is in front, you would put it on top, but that won't work because anything that's stacked, putting it after it's easier to have that stack on top. Okay, and we're going to learn all of that here. Positioning and z-index. The whole page does not follow a z-index from 0 to 9,999. It actually, you have to actually define things from the start and then build from there, which is why some things can never overlap each other, and you got to know how to do that. All right, so you learn that here. And also this part where the cards move from behind, that you learn here. And the responsiveness you learn here and here. So, and you know, this kind of stuff, it's pretty useful if you learn it. Anyway, so I just teach everything here, which is cool. So that's how this works. And I'll go through the CSS code with you so you can see how that's written, so you can edit it on your own. So in the row, we add AI triple overlap, and it's flexed. All right, underneath that, the column gets a width of calc. I love using calc because it's easier to understand. As you can see here, it's 25%, which means a fourth, and then you take away 20, which means the margins will be 20, 40, right? So that's how this is written. So it's a lot easier to understand how things are written. And I have height here and then the width and height. As you can see, the height of this image is the same as the height of this column. Why is that? It's because everything is absolute position, which means the whole div collapses, which is why you should assign a proper height, right? And if you're going to be editing this, right, now this card is 180 by 220, right? If you want to edit that, just take this 180 and search for that. So all the 180s that you see, right? So this, and wherever it is, you can just edit that to be maybe narrower or whatever you want. On hover, you will see here, right? So everything underneath this is hover, and on hover, it takes a slightly narrower width and slightly higher height, just so you get this action, okay? And then you get the transforms, and you can stack the transforms like this, translate and scale, so they change in size and all that. One thing that I needed to set is object fit. Where is it? Where is it? I can find it. It's in the image. Oh, there it is, object fit. Right, now this was important because the actual modules have separate divs underneath the parent div, the module. So I needed to get the image to upscale to fit and cover everything, so you don't get any extra blank space here and there, right? So that's why we actually get this working like that, okay? Yeah, all right. So there's not much else to do. You can just, I'll offer this as a JSON file, so you can upload it and just change out the files you want. One thing that I would advise is to use low resolution images. This image itself is not, these images themselves are not that large. Like, how large is that image? this is 500 by 800. It's not that large at all. So, and they're also really small, like 50K or 20K or something, which you probably understand, right? Because, you know, there's a lot of them. You're loading, this is 4 columns, but you're actually loading 4 times 3 is 12. You're loading 12 images, right? So, yeah. Now, if you want to actually use this as a grid and have them click somewhere, what you can do is now Divi added this new feature, I think, somewhere, if I can find it. Maybe, did they not? I'm pretty sure they did. I don't know how to find it. But yeah, so I'm pretty sure they did, didn't they? Links? You don't get links? Well, if you don't get links, what you can do is just add a link to the main, right? So link URL, and this will send you to wherever you want, right? So you click that, and you go to maybe a project, a layout, a product, or a blog, whatever you want, right? So have fun with this. If you have any questions, just let me know. If you want to edit this, let me know. And I'll post this and add all the separate classes and build it like this, or just upload the JSON file and you'll be good. All right? If you want to customize, if you want to learn everything, if you want to learn how to get things to change, and you want to learn media queries and all that, take these courses. They're actually really good. I put a lot of time into this, so have a check, and I will see you in another video. Okay? All right. See you then. Bye-bye.